you ever feel like people just don't quite understand you? Do you ever feel so completely at a loss in social settings, in social events? Like sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. And do you ever notice, and maybe it's after the fact, that all these people were sitting and laughing and you know, there was things that was really funny and you're trying to think about what was funny. I didn't get it. Is this you? Do you ever experience this? I do. So I'm at the moment taking a little bit of a break from social events. Like as part of my business, I network a lot, and I've taken a step back because I'm rebranding a few things. Like I'm bringing out some new things. I'm super excited where it's heading. And there will be an opportunity for some of you to jump on with this as well. Jump on board, join us, join the team. Like there's going to be lots of opportunities. But one of the things that I am working on is with my podcast is, and this is also goes across to YouTube as well, is that we're now putting in series. So a series, Unapologetically Me, Living with Autism and ADHD, because that's my life and I am unapologetically me. So we're going to have that series and we're going to talk about different topics there. Then our other content, because I am a personal trainer, I have studied weight management, things like that. We've also got the Make It Happen series. So we'll talk about different topics related to health and well-being. And then we'll also have the business to business, which will be Connect, Empower, Soar. That's the business to business. So people that are running their business, that's where your tips, tools, and strategies will sit. So under those type of headings, and I'm just working on color coding all of that. Now, the reason for my question at the beginning was because often as a neurodivergent person, and I am not 100% sure whether this sits in the autism or the ADHD, but one of the things that I have found is that I can actually process information quite quickly. But where I get stuck is that when I'm in a social setting and somebody's sharing something and I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. And, you know, I'm working out whether I agree with it or not, whether I like, what are my thoughts? What are my points of reference to understanding it? So I'm processing, and as I'm processing, my mind goes off to other things. And it can be as simple as someone will go, somebody will say something along the lines of, so when we planned out the food for this event, we realized that we really didn't want to have pineapple as part of it because a lot of people don't like pineapple. Now, as I'm listening to that, I'm going to go, oh, yeah, that's fair enough. But all of a sudden I might go, oh my gosh, I've got that pineapple in my fridge because I was going to make a pineapple smoothie or a tropical smoothie. Right? So I've now gone completely away from the conversation. Meanwhile, that conversation continues on almost without me, in the sense that the person will go, yes, so people are, you know, a lot of people don't like pineapple. So we decided to go with like, you know, more the berries and what we found is that now being summer is a great time for these berries. And that's how that conversation may have gone. And then it might have gone on to savory and all of that. But I have missed that because I got thinking about the pineapple that's sitting in my fridge to make a pineapple smoothie or a tropical smoothie. You know, I was probably going to add bananas and who knows, I might have added berries as well. So this is what it can be like as a person that has ADHD. Now, the autism part for me, and this is my journey, my experience. So if you connect with this, let me know. But one of the things that I notice from an autistic perspective is the literal meaning of things. So I'm just trying to think of an example. Oh, right. So an example that I had was not long ago, I shared with somebody, they said, where are you? And I said, I'm at this particular cafe. And they went, oh my gosh, that's an old haunt. And they left it at that. They didn't put of mine. They didn't put anything else. And I'm like, haunt? I've been coming to this cafe for years. It's not haunted. I didn't understand that what the person meant, like in that moment. I'm like, I spent ages thinking about this, going, what? It's not, no, it's not. And I'm looking around and I'm like, no, it's not a haunted place. And it doesn't even look creepy. It looks very beachy and tropical and fun. Anyway, I laugh about this because what the person actually meant is it was a favourite place of theirs. They hadn't been there for a while, but they love it. They go there as much as they could, and, you know, they used to go there all the time. And so my response to this person was, oh, okay. And then they then realised that, and they didn't think my response, like they didn't get my response, because normally people would go, yeah, it's a really great place. I could see why you would come here regularly. But that was not my response. My response was, oh, okay, because I'm processing this information. So sometimes, especially now, with words having multiple meanings, and it depends on the generation that you're talking to as well, that it's very confusing at times. It can be very funny, but you have to be able to laugh at yourself. And often, because I can be so literal, I'll sit there and someone will tell me something and they're wanting my feedback, or they're wanting my comment, or they're wanting my response, but I don't have one because I'm just thinking that they're just giving me information. A little bit like, here you go, here's a cup of coffee. Great, thanks. Got my coffee. It can be a little bit like that. You know, I've had people say to me, had a person just share this whole thing of like this whole story. And I'm sitting there like going, get to the point, get to the point. And I'm like, as I'm listening to this person tell me this adventure that they had been on, I'm like, okay. I could not think, I did not know what the purpose of me hearing this story was. Why is this person telling me this? Why do I need to know this? And in case you're watching this, thinking that exact same thing, go you, because the purpose of me sharing this is to let you know that if you have these experiences, you're not alone. And what I would love to see in this world is more embracing. Like, we embrace who we are. I'm unapologetically me. That is, I have that on a t-shirt. Unapologetically me. And in standing in and being true to me, I will own my mistakes. If I've made a mistake, if I got something wrong, if I misunderstood it, I will own it. But unapologetically me means that I should not have to change to make it easier for you to understand me. Because I do a lot of work, every single conversation, attempting to understand another person. It's a lot of work. It's exhausting, the work sometimes. And there are a lot of people who consider themselves neurodivergent in this world. And they are amazing people, just as there's a lot of amazing neurotypical people. So what if we could say, okay, you communicate this way. What if we were open to going, could you please clarify that, because I'm not getting it, and being okay with saying that, not feeling like an idiot. I spent years feeling like an idiot when I didn't understand stuff, and I have an extremely high IQ. So it's not that I'm stupid, it's just I don't understand the context. So what if we could make an inclusiveness world where we embrace the differences? What do you think? I think it's an amazing idea. Anyway, follow our podcast. It's Connect and Grow podcast, and it's all about connection, growth, and being the best you can. And we've got all these different series. I'm just working on breaking it all down. Give me another week, maybe 2, and I will have it all sorted and new content coming soon. Just food for thought. Love to know what you think.